Securities having.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the ULM Warhawks, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Warhawks will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Raging Cajuns offense will go to work first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing. Sometimes it just gets away. Sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Bo.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a...
There he goes! An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Raging Cajuns can really attack on this second and short. looking to pass. It's Winfield. Here comes the heat. Finding an escape route. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Lost a throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Sampson. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Raging Cajuns will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking to get in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Now on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense? And how about a decision time right off the jump? Fourth down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. I don't know what you're going to do.
I'm taking...
Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive, cap it off with a touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Warhawks offense has its first opportunity of the day. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. Up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. And the Warhawks moving quickly to the line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
All right, guys, let's take a minute and talk about the Warhawks. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates. Breaks into the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. The Warhawks are moving quickly down the field.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play overlay.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries here so far.
So now on comes the field goal unit. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give on the inside. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Greg made the marker. It's Williams. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana in the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around him doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, and blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Winfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He's got him still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana. Getting set for the point after. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UL Monroe has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23. And the Warhawks headed quickly to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Nixon. Turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Get it out on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Warhawks are on the move. They're going back to the ground. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And the Warhawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running.
He'll off one deep down the left side. It's a big stride inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The Warhawks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Back's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Warhawks!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Winfield. Zings it complete to the right. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Raging Cajuns come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Warhawks are in the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, ULM Monroe. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. Pressure coming. Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Bringing the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, what a play by this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Play action on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Perfect quarterback.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Perfect.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Get it done. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, literally.
Now the play fake. They're working that left side.
Bro.
And he goes out of bounds.
What do you want
Nice
me
pick up on that one.
to do?
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. Won't just be receivers, it's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
They are catching everything and breaking like
and the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Like, I don't know
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Hoffman. Quick strike complete. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Like
they're
like,
happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be kicked from 21 yards out. Right down the boulevard. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20 to 14.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
It's like, what am I supposed
Just
to
enough
do?
time for one final play of the half.
Come on, boys. Let's power up.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Got it in the middle. It's Davis.
I got
They
like
make the stop, and that is
open
the end of the
passes
first half.
being robbed.
First half in the books. Time now. Join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
So,
Fielded in the end zone. It's Godfrey.
surprising
Not
break after
nearly
that.
as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass.
Right there, too.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well. So you have to know where your answers are.
Like, get a stop. Now, all of a sudden, after
match, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field.
Oh, of course.
Find my
Why
matchup,
not?
get it to him, let him do the rest.
Why not?
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Yeah, this is disgusting. That's computer business.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
So disgusting. That's
No
computer
reason to
business.
panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
going for the goal line. And he takes it.
Go up against the line. I mean, if I did that, it'd be falling to the ground. But they are alive.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field.
Make the play.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his man. It's Sampson. Breaks into the open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They've got
Bro.
the screen set up. And
He's
that
got to be the
did
most
not
aware
work.
safety,
Defense smelled that
I mean,
one out
aware
from the beginning.
defensive lineman I've ever
The
seen.
defense sniffed that screen out perfectly.
Bro, he
All the
didn't
D
even
linemen, they
wait.
were reading the body language of the offensive
started
line. They knew
looking
something
at
was
him.
up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Makes the catch. It's Jensen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs
So
manageable.
frustrating.
That last
Like,
completion to the tight
everything
end
is
accomplished
super hard
just
now.
that. Really nice play.
Scanning the field. It's Winfield. Pulls it in. It's Sampson. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, I'm not
And I think
surprised.
that completion is as good as a first down, right? Because you've set yourself up now with 4th and inches. Quarterback sneak's going to get it done. You can keep this drive.
He's got it. First down and more.
And that is the advantage of that versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his
Play
ability
good against anybody, but then I go
he's
against
a weapon in the
heroes.
passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needs a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Raging Cajuns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And on 2nd down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a 3rd down situation where you had to throw.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cajuns. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page.
Like,
That's
I
why you get
swear,
the touchdown.
all the game does is kick me while I'm down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will
Like, no
start at
matter
the
what
25.
I do, no matter how much,
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work.
I try to overcome
They still
the
have
BS.
the lead, but they need
it
to
just
respond to that
continues.
last score. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Still running at the 40. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a
Bro,
little bit of everything. He can
what's
throw
the
all over the
defense?
field to all different receivers.
My defense is right there, and they're just like, nah. I'm not going to play defense. I'm going to let him get behind the secondary. Like, what do I do?
Like this at running back that can play wide
Like, I don't know what to do. I don't. What can I do?
In his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no
literally trying to play
easier
defense, and it's
throws
like,
for quarterbacks. And these
nothing
running
I
backs,
can do
they're
works.
just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult.
Do they have like a 95 speed receiver or something? The way he's getting behind the secondary? They have to. They have to. No, there's no way that's true. That's all they have. And he's getting, he's beating
Guy to
deep
stop now
and-
if you're this defense moving
Oh.
forward.
Here comes the
So the game's just
Louisiana
on some
offense
bullshit.
onto the field. The last time they
Like
had it,
always,
they took it down the
the
field
game's
for a
trying to screw
touchdown.
me
They can
football.
build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Raging Cajuns have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Winfield. It's complete on the right side. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Louisiana Monroe has the edge. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajun.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And he's going to try to return this one. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The Warhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to to throw. It's Hoffman. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. He's got his man. Oh, what a cut. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown.
Like, I'm
saving
right
tackle.
there every single time.
They
and the game
made
is
the
just like,
defense
nah, he's just
pay
gonna break
with
a
that
tackle.
last big chunk of yardage. Now first and 10 from the 30.
Like, this wouldn't even be happening.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his man. It's
If the
Mixon.
game didn't, like,
Tight ends aren't just line up and
force,
block.
like,
These guys are athletes. You
to
line them up all
overthrow
over the
on
field.
fourth down.
Nowadays, you can start to feature them
Then it's like,
more and more.
nah,
in the
he's
passing
gonna
game.
Makes the grab. And this defense
Bro,
has
this
his
is so
work cut
dumb.
out to get this dude
Like,
on the
I've
ground.
gotten
He was
not
shedding
stopped this whole
serious
entire game.
tackles on his way to picking up
Not
the
even.
first.
It was just me being able to kick a field goal. I've not been able to get a stop this whole entire game.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got
He's
space.
literally about to break the
Defense
tackle.
makes a stop, but the chains
This is
move,
so
and it's first
retarded.
and goal from the 8.
Like, I don't know
this
what to
offense
do.
has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Touchdown, Warhawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative,
Jesus
punt the
Christ,
ball away and count on your defense. They were
ULM.
aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He'll start the return inside his
Literally.
5.
Quite
Really
literally.
disciplined job by the coverage unit to get
Three
down there and make
straight-
the stop at the
Like,
19.
I don't know what
Louisiana
I am
has it
supposed to
back
do.
in the Raging Cajun offense
Like,
headed to the field.
I'm
They
there every single
unleashed
time.
an
They'll just, like, break.
aerial assault last
one
time. It
pick
took
up.
them right to the end zone.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack it up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that
Apparently they
kills,
get that
they've got it
sort of
at the
pressure on
receiver
me.
position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The Raging Cajuns come to the line on
Lost
3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep.
Free throw.
And they dialed up a shot play,
Okay.
but they couldn't
I
make
mean,
the connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it
Why
again
would
here
you?
on 4th down,
Why
right?
would you
Obviously
ever?
trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry. But
I
they've
gotta
got to
say,
keep the
apparently,
accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
This game,
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He
The
might have thought the
CPU
defense was
of
going
the
to be in
most
man coverage that
interactive,
time, but they were in zone.
reactive
They
defender
fooled him
ever.
and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing the ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open. So
how
that
are
didn't have
they
that
keeping
chance to
up
be
with me
complete.
that bad? Like,
That was
no
a nice
one.
catch. Right
That's a
in the line of
linebacker
scrimmage, man.
that
You want to get some
apparently
yak after the catch.
is
Try
faster
to
than
make
my
a play, but
receiver.
that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Going for the big play. And
Oh,
it
of course he
slips through
runs.
his fingers.
That's
Incomplete. That would have
whole
been a
game's dumb.
huge gain if he could have
It's
squeezed it.
super fucking stupid.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it. Gonna take a shot. Oh,
Holy
the
crap.
deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They spun that wheel of
Bro,
fortune on 4th
he
down
drops
and
it.
come up bankrupt. Quarterback on the keeper. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Well, I
Plenty
guess
of
the game
distance
wanted me
between
to
him and the
lose.
sticks here on 2nd down.
That's all I'm saying.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He is going nowhere.
The game
Stop
is over.
at the line of scrimmage.
Now, all of a sudden,
It'll be 3rd and long.
they're able to stop.
To the ground with the back. He gets it to the 34-yard line. An excellent 3rd down defense, and 4th down's coming up. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. That took every ounce of leg strength he had to sneak that one into the left corner. And that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense, because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air, it's Winfield. With the catch, it's Davis. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Safe completion on the screen. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jensen. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. 2nd down, he'll throw it. There's the pressure. Ball's incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into a 3-game losing streak. They are wounded, reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around. Got to make more plays. This is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving you guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.